In the last race, a big problem emerged for the losing team, and that was making the jump over the alligator. Hey everybody, I'm Brendan, and this is the final race of round one here in the jump race. We'll call it the jump race as well. It features quite a big jump. Fantasy and Volkswagen vehicles, obviously a different fantasy, pedal to metal and Audi, to start things off. But we had a struggle last time. The Porsche team could not seem to crest this jump very easily. Pedal to metal right there, turns around 180, and here comes the Audi down the inside line, and he'll cross ahead. And the Porsche team fell early, only in the quarterfinals. Only one car made it and proceeded to get out subsequently. Audi Avant and the LOCO MOTORIN. LOCO and Audi. As we round the first hairpin here, here comes the Audi on the far side there, losing some speed. LOCO bounces into the lead by a length here, and the Audi spins around. And LOCO's able to hold the lead through the jump. Both of them lost a little control. Audi finally turning around, but well, they both found their footing, we'll say, their wheeling, as they headed towards the hairpin. LOCO MOTORIN, Audi RS5. Similar models both times. LOCO and Audi. Ooh, they both bounced down the first hill there. I'm wondering if the first hill's a little too steep for them. Audi, here comes the jump. Looks clean for a second. LOCO goes off to the side, and I think this Audi's got it. And he just took off after that jump, and it was history, the race. He did grind the side there for a second, but I think the railing there on the side actually helped him out just a little bit. Kind of straightened his wheels out and pushed him on forward. Audi R8 SPYDER and the Carbonator. Carbonator featuring a soda bottle, half soda bottle model there on the hood. Pretty interesting look for sure. Almost misses the jump right there. Front wheels just pull himself onto it, so he'll finish the race, but he won't finish in first at all. That was not really very fast for the Carbonator, and might need some more CO2 back there in the tank. LINDSTER prototype in the Audi Sport Quattro. LINDSTER and the Quattro. And LINDSTER loses a length there at the beginning, but fast up the hill. Starts to pull away here. Here comes the jump. The Quattro. It's not even on the screen. There he goes. And starting to speed up a little bit here. The LINDSTER finds and lost control, but he's knocked ahead like it's billiards. Take a look at that replay. It really was. LINDSTER slows down here, goes backwards, but just like the cue ball hitting off another billiard ball, that's how he was knocked across the line. Golf in the Viento. Volkswagen Golf. We've seen this car race quite a bit in Races and Fun. It always performs a little bit better than you expect. Viento taking the lead right here, but he's backward. Here comes the Golf, pushing around the outside on the inside line here, and he's going to grab the win. And again, speaking to that same point I made, Volkswagen Golf actually a good comeback win, started behind and took advantage of the mistakes and did not let himself just push the competitor across the line. Rising Heat in the Audi. Rising Heat, Audi, neck and neck down the first straight. Who starts to break away through the turn? It will be the Audi. Rising Heat, ooh, slow, coming towards the jump and does not make the jump. The Audi will slowly but surely coast to the victory, and he didn't really need to speed it up anyway. That's going to be in tatters. Hits the front lip of the jump and falls to the rocks. Ooh, look at this replay. Not good. Almost broke off the spoiler. It's going to be tough for the fantasy cars, but both of them seem to have a decent amount of wins so far. Audi SPYDER and the HW Formula Solar. We got some solar power there. Solar and the SPYDER, and the Solar starts to break away early. Here comes a few lengths between them, and we get the jump, and it's smooth for both vehicles. The Audi SPYDER trying to catch up. He's fast down the line, but the Solar is, well, quite a bit faster. And that will clock another number for the fantasy cars. Fantasy with 3, Volkswagen with 5. Fantasy at the deficit right now, but things can change here in the next round, especially with the speed of the Solar. I might see him in the finals. LOCO and the SPYDER. And this particular LOCO put on quite a show in the first race, but again, struggles to stay steady through the lanes, bounces down the hill. Here comes the jump, the SPYDER. The LOCO really moves the track when he hits ground, tries to come back here on the outside line, but did not have the acceleration. I will say he did have the positioning though, which is something that's a little bit harder than you think for some of these vehicles down the final straight, but he just couldn't put on the gas there at the end. LINDSTER and the SPYDER. Fantasy cars only having 2 now left in their arsenal. And the LINDSTER, remember, he was slow in the back sector, but was pushed over the line. Here comes a SPYDER right around him. Took advantage of that bad jump. Same thing happened to the LINDSTER that happened in the first race. Hits the jump badly and goes 180 and loses half speed. This time the Audi was like, I'm getting around this before the hairpin. And, well, that was a clever idea at the least. Formula Solar and the Audi. Solar, the only hope left for the fantasy cars, and he rolls down the hill, and he does take an early lead by a length. Here's the outside hairpin, still manages to stay in front end. The jump looks good, well, so does the rest of this race for the Solar, able to stay straight down the line. Goes sideways for a second, but easily straightens out, and your Solar will be the last hope for this team of fantasy cars. Have to see them compete in the semifinals, and I think he'll make it to the finals. Volkswagen Golf and the Audi. Now we're cutting down on the Volkswagen team. It's even. Volkswagen Golf again. Never count him out until the end of the race. He's behind right now. Again, the jump looks good, but he skids for a second to the side. Skids again. The Audi is slow at the end. The Volkswagen Golf can't make it up, though. What a tough finish. See the replay. Tough on the Golf coming out and into the hairpin. The Audi actually slowed down quite a bit, but the Golf couldn't straighten out, and, well, it was a little pear-shaped for him at the end. Fantasy with 1, Volkswagen 3. Things may even up as we head into the finals. Semifinals has to pass well for the fantasy cars, though. SPYDER and Solar. And the Solar again out to an early lead, looking fast. Down the line, few lengths between them. The jump, it's smooth for the Solar. Now he's around the hairpin. The SPYDER trying to catch up. They're both sideways. He nudges the Solar forward, and that's all that's going to happen. SPYDER was backwards and was in no position to put any maneuvers on, and only could hope that the Solar did himself in, but Solar just was able to find some control there at the end. SPYDER and the Audi RS5. White SPYDER, red Audi. Neck and neck, here we go. Red Audi falling behind. He had the longer run towards the hairpin. Here comes the second hairpin, and the Audi in the inside line, but loses that advantage. And the SPYDER will cross nicely, a few lengths ahead. And you saw in the replay there, look at the Audi. He had a chance to really take it down the inside, but he just lost speed there at the end and could not stay straight out of the turn. We head to the finals, and as per my prediction, well, the Solar is here and ready to race. The first to win 2. This particular SPYDER is a little bit more of a competitor compared to some of the other Audis we've seen. A little bit closer to the first sector. Here comes the Solar down the line backwards. SPYDER also spins around, and well, all that speed loss for the SPYDER, and he's not going to take this version. Solar also had trouble through the hairpin, but spun when he had so much speed, and it still kind of propelled him forward to the hairpin. We change lanes. Solar, head by a length. Into the turn, head by many lengths. Gonna come down to this jump. He jumps, it's good. Here comes the hairpin, and he's down the back straight. Nice and fast, no problems there. And the Solar's going to pull this back for the fantasy cars, who did not do well in the first couple of rounds. And it's really the Solar who's carrying the team right here, and the Volkswagens are pretty upset about the ending performance. A lot of consistency in that team, but they couldn't match up to the Solar vehicle. That'll be all for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Races and Fun.